me, the joblessness in my place, have I had any innovation in dealing with it? I'll say yes. But it's not a responsibility of a member of parliament to look for a job. But what I've done, this is what I've done. I try to get artisans to come together so that I support them little from my common fund so that they will train. So for example, there's Garment Association that 5 years or 6 years ago, I promised them come together. They came together. They set up they put up a company. They have a name. We got auditors to audit what they are doing. I promised them 100 million Ghana cedis, 100 million of OC or 10,000 Ghana cedis every year. Once they use the money judicially, for every time 100 million we give you 100 children to train in dressmaking, and you won't believe it. Amazing. They've done that for 5 years, and I've given them a total of 50,000 over the years. 500. At the end of 2017, they will have finished training 500 youth to be able to have something in their hand.
Right.
Currently, we are in talk with the electrician and plumbers. The same thing is going to be, because on individual basis, it's very difficult to do, because when auditors come, they are not able to trace the money and how it's being used for. And that may even call for the kind of things that my brother is saying, because then accountability becomes an issue. When you come to raw employment, what I'm able to do, and I believe that thousands that are listening to us over the 12 years will admit, you apply, say TV3 has advertised, and you are concerned for Asawase, you've seen, you've applied. All I try to do is that I try to get the human resource in TV3. Oh, please, I have these 5 concerns of mine who have applied. Please, is it possible for them to be given an opportunity for interview? Because I know TV3, if it's employing, they must employ competent people. Right. All I'm able to do for you is to get you to attend interview and then be able to prove yourself. And I can say, if you go to many institutions in this country, you find people from Asawase, and they can proudly tell you that it was through my effort that they got this. So that's one of the things, the major thing that we are trying to do into the
10
future.
10 seconds more.
I have tried to set up 100,000 fund for people with special entrepreneurial skills. Bring a proposal, let it go through, and I've instructed the municipal assembly to put up a team that will vet and then be able to give support so that people will be able to be self-employed. This is what I'm planning, and we are putting the necessary steps to make sure that into the future, those who have personal skills that they want to develop themselves in something unique that will be able to sustain them, we'll make sure that there's a fund to be able to support them. I'm
grateful, of course. That's exactly what I was talking about, because MPs have some lobbying powers to do. We're grateful, Alhaji Muntaka, current Member of Parliament for Asawase. Alhaji said so in 3 minutes. Now, he suggested from the beginning that, well, of course, the MP's mandate is not about creating jobs, but at least they have lobbying powers. When given the mandate, how would you use that power to bring employment to the hundreds of youth who are running around in Asawase constituency?
I've been so marveled by his choice of words in terms of the fact that it is not the functions of the Member of Parliament to provide the youth with the opportunity for them to get in. You see, it is not for nothing that the youth today are just calling on our leader to come and salvage them. My brother, go to Asawase constituency. The discontentment between the up and down tells it all. Of course, in one of his meetings with his own party people, he told them that if you are a fan of Barcelona, Manchester United, and all the other foreign teams, you support them from local and you don't get anything, and you give them your support for 12 years, don't get anything, just forget it, because it's also a replica of what is happening between you and them. It has happened. But what we are saying is that, look, Nana, Asawase constituency has a whole lot of public establishments. Kumasi Airport is found there. DVLA is there. Electricity Company of Ghana is there. By virtue of their site in our constituency, can't we be given an opportunity? Can't our people be given an opportunity? At least.
Without the competencies?
Oh, but the competencies are there. There is no, I can tell you, there is no result today. Or there is no, look, our people have the requisite skills to be fixed everywhere.
And given the mandate, that's what you would do?
We will do it. Because we have a package that we call meeting with all the establishments within the constituency yearly. You see, I mentioned earlier that we will establish office for all of our people to be coming there frequently. What we intend doing is that come and let us know what you've been able to do for yourself, what you'll be able to do, the requirements you have. Now, when we are able to put all these things together at the end of the year, we will go and have at least 1 day or 2 days meeting with all the establishment for us to prove our case. We will let them understand that as part of their social responsibilities, they should provide us with also opportunity for our people to be fixed in there. We are not saying that if you don't have the requisite skills, we should put you there by virtue of the fact that the establishment is found on our land. No, but then those who have the requisite should be given opportunity. Because you see, at the end of the day, if you are able to have somebody who will push you up, you will get to wherever you want to get to. You go to establishment, you see people are found there working. Maybe it started from their forefathers. The forefather was there, it went down to the mother. The mother finished, and today he is there. So all these things are there for people to see. So what we are saying is that as part of their social responsibility, there is no way you go to Asawase airport and find a sister working there. At the end of the day, you tell you that it is not his functions to go and find you a job. You go to Asawase Satellite Market, Sawaba, you go and find a sister working there. Apart from his sisters and siblings, then you come and you are told that it is not part of my functions to provide you with opportunities to go and work. I mean, this is a fallacy of the century.
I'm grateful. I like to say, though, and that's how you will deal with unemployment there among the youth in Asawase. Now, let's move on. Except Alhaji Muntaka wants to react, but yes, I want to. Then I'm giving you 30 seconds to react. Then we can move on to the next phase of the debate.
Nana, is it not the shock of naivety? He doesn't even know how it operates. DVLA headquarters is in Accra.
Stop going personal, please. I can go where he's going.
All right. Because Alhaji said,
I don't expect him to go this way.
All right.
I can go there. Please.
Okay. Alhaji said, I'm grateful.
Nana, I repeat, it clearly showed the naivety, the lack of knowing even how the system works. DVLA headquarters in Accra. I'm happy to tell him, when he gets to DVL, he will see some of our people. But when DVL advertised, I made sure that some of our people applied and they got to the interview. When those who were competent were employed. When Ghana Airport had vacancies and they opened up, people applied. I made sure that they had the opportunity to go for interview. Those who were qualified were recruited. And when you go to the airport, Ghana Airport, you see a number of people from our constituency. If you go to ECD, there are people, but it is only when ECD opens up. Because TV3 is here, and maybe probably this is part of Asawase constituency. I can't imagine the MP for Asawase will come to TV3 because you are located in my constituency. I want you to give us a quota. I mean, this is the biggest naivety, and we need to correct the impression. You cannot just do that. Yours is to be alert. When TV3 is open opportunity, you ensure that those who are qualified get opportunity for interview, and when they are qualified, they'll be picked.
Alhaji Muntaka, I'm grateful for your reaction there. Now let's move to the final phase of the debate, and let's talk about reducing conflict in Asawase. Now, Alhaji said you are a broadcast journalist, you are a radio presenter. In your years of work, how have you used your airwaves to tone down tension, reduce conflict, and tell the youth not to engage in violence, especially as we move on into November 7, as we've been assured by Alhaji Muntaka that definitely it's a day that will be used for the election. Now, you have 2 minutes. Tell me, using your airwaves to reduce tension and ensure peace in Asawase constituency.
There has been a series of chieftaincy connected problems, and throughout my service, it's been with the community and the people. And at no point will you go and hear my name being mentioned undesirably by virtue of the fact that I've used my opportunity to inflame passions out there. You understand my point? But there are a series of meetings that I've been engaging with the people in prominent positions within the community to make sure that certain issues are solved amicably. Look, sometimes our community is such that you don't go deep into it because of the fragile aspect of the whole show. But then if I'm to go deep, you will see. But I think that the people of Asawase are listening. Of course, those within and beyond Asawase, and they will attest to the fact that I've been able to do those things. But you see, I was an assemblyman. You get my point, Dana. Nana, as an assemblyman, I established a neighborhood watch committee. using to beef up the local security of the community. Ask Honorable Muntaka. He's here. He's a brother of mine. More or less, as an assemblyman, you become cabinet.
Right.
To the member of parliament. When did he meet us as a body to discuss issues of security in Asawase? So what I intend doing is that I will engage the service of all the assembly members, use their unit committee members, come down to the communities, identify people who are ready to serve the community. When an open pace selection is done, everybody will be able to pinpoint man A is good for the job, man B is not good for the job. Then we use aspect of our common fund to support them. You give them logistics, they work for you. You get my point? But if all these things will happen and nobody will be there, I will not be a member of parliament, then my people have been taken off by flood, then I will go to Talensi to be a pulling agent there. I mean, my brother, what sort of thing is this? I will not do such a thing.
All right. That's how you deal with conflict in the constituency. Alhaji Muntaka, so you've been in office as an MP for quite a number of years. How have you worked to reduce conflict in Asawase?
I believe everybody in my constituency who is listening knows the effort that I make. I won't go commissioning any project without calling or even my opponents. It's sad that since he became their candidate, he has never attended. Candidates before him
never served me with an invitation. It had never happened on record. Ask your people. If of course,
well, I hope I know that you are going to be decent. It's not everything that you say I agree with, but I keep quiet for you to finish.
But you are saying that at no point have I attended your commissioning of projects. And I'm saying that on record. I've never been served with any invitation.
Well taken, Alhaji.
You just said something. He just said something that when he was external as an assemblyman, I'd never invited him. I'm shocked to hear this. I doubt his sincerity. He has been in my house severally with assemblymen with hold meetings.
Myself.
Where we are discussing other issues, what to do. I've supported even him as a member of parliament to provide street lights and other things. If he's here, if you be sincere, you will attest to the fact that where I bring street lights, I share, I give assemblymen, he gets some, you go and put it at a strategic place. I've met him where we do meetings and agree on some of the challenges that are there, or this one we can try to intervene immediately.
So the cooperation has been there according to you.
But the main thing that I'm saying, and Nana, please do follow up on this. I'm saying on records, I won't commission any project without calling all the political parties. And when we send a letter to the political party, they send a rep.
Right.
The candidates before him have made effort to attend themselves. And we recognize it because I believe that through that, then we reduce the tension, because when people see us on the same platform, we are given an opportunity to say one or two things where we don't insult each other right on their face. Then they believe that it is about ideas. It's not about a battle. Two, I have said so many, and I want to believe that your recorders in Kumasi can provide the tape. I won't commission a project without cautioning the youth that, look, don't go fighting because I have to be a member of parliament. Because there's even a limitation to what I'll be able to do when you get hurt. Don't let me stand in the public to say that don't allow anybody to use you and then go in the hiding and call you to go and do one thing or the other when I know it's wrong. Always remind me, because me and my siblings, we are 41 of us, my father's children alone. I have so many of them males, females. So if it is good, because if there's any benefit to the office, I will be the first to benefit. Don't, if I say go and do anything that is violent, tell me to go and use my siblings, because I have so many of them. I have said this, and I want to say that if you look through your archives, you see so many of that, because most of the time when we are commissioning, your cameramen are there. That is what I've been doing over the years. I mean, I've been involved with chiefs. Anytime there's conflict, even currently there was this Alasuna Tijania issue, even though I was not in Kumasi, my MC, able MC, Alhaji Nur Hamidan, we spoke, we agreed on what to be done. They met on Sunday, he briefed me on what is happening. So we keep sharing ideas, we keep talking to those who are influential about things, how to stabilize our constituency to make sure that it's a stable place so that we'll be able to concentrate on the things that worry all of us.
And not to be fighting Let me cut in with this. How would you react to the concerns by people that, for instance, you were reported to have gone in to beg for some people who have been picked by the police following some violent clashes to be released. The concerns are that you as leadership, you fear these things because when they get arrested, you go in to plead on their behalf to be released. How would you react to that?
No. I never wanted to talk about this publicly, but now that let me set the record straight. This is what happened. There was a confusion between two communities, the Akan community at Tafo and then the Zongo community. So a lot of things happened. The police came, they were able to cool down tempers. The next morning, because one person lost his life in the Zongo community, the police went to the Akan community, spoke to them with the national security and others. When they were moving into the Zongo community, get this right, when they were moving, that's after the incident.
Right.
Then the AU said that no, they wouldn't want to see them because they are mourning the dead. Then the national security instructed that they should do a swooping. Listen, it is not at the time of the conflict.
Right.
Then they swoop. Almost every young person who was standing by was arrested. So they arrested 44 of them. Nana, when we came to do the intervention, it wasn't me who said they should be arrested, they should be released. There was a meeting at Mensha Palace where we have the National Security Coordinator, the National Chief Imam, all those who matter, the then regional minister. It was agreed that because it was not people arrested during the conflict, it was because they denied the military from entering into their area, saying that no, they should go, they just want to mourn their dead. That was why they were arrested. So they were going to be released unconditional whilst investigation continues to identify the key people who created the conflict. So when we went to the ground, I was chosen to make known to the people things that have been agreed in that meeting.
Right.
And that's how come that my voice was heard as the one like mentioning it. It wasn't me. It was a meeting
that was taken by leadership.
Yes. And up to now, all those investigations about our colleagues or brothers in the Akan community that led the vandalism, the video was there. Those in the Zongo community, the videos were there. Okay. And I think the police are taking the necessary steps to do what is right. So it isn't that we just said that, oh, release all this because they.
I'm grateful for that explanation. I'm grateful, gentlemen, for your time this morning. But before we go, Alhaji Seydou and Alhaji Muntaka, I'm giving you 1 minute more. Look straight into the eyes of your constituent because they're watching you. Finally tell them why you think you deserve their mandate. Alhaji Seydou, I'm starting with you.
He made mention of the fact that I've been coming to his house on so many occasions. That is not true.
Okay, just 10 seconds.
Oh yeah, let me be frank with you.
Just 10 seconds.
You see, the only day I came to your house was the day you confirmed the MCE, and it was the collection of all the assembly members that we should go. I didn't spend 10 minutes at your home.
Okay. So, but you're friends. But you're friends. It doesn't mean
street lights. At no point has he given me one street light, and I kept asking the presiding member that look, you people have been giving street lights in the assertion of me. So let me know, am I not part of the assembly? Is there on record? And I even went to the MC. Go to the MC and ask me. But what I'm saying is that the people of Asawase, it is time for us to recognize the part of history where we are and where we've been today. My brother, leadership in Asawase, the discontentment is there. You've told me a lot. For 8 uninterrupted months, I've come to your homes, your workplaces, and all that. The inspiration you've given me is sowing seed. What I'm saying is that it's like the coming of prophets. One will go and we will go. One will come and the other one will go. Give me the mandate. Of course, the opportunities for us will be enormous. Inshallah. My brother,
I'm grateful.
Inshallah.
I'm grateful.
I will help you celebrate your exit.
All right, I'm grateful. Alhaji Muntaka, you have 1 minute now to speak to your
I hope I can mix it up with Hausa.
You can do that.
Yeah.
If you can't Hausa, I'll go out.
Thank you.
I never knew you would be able to speak Hausa, please.
Thank you very much for this great opportunity, TV3. We are really very grateful. I want to thank all those who have been listening to us this morning. I believe that with the greatest of respect, the difference is very clear between the two candidates. You need to know who has the temperament to be able to deal with your issue. You need to know the one who has what it takes to be able to deal with your issue. The issues are very enormous. Mutan Asawase, na imani kudu kakunji abin na muka yau. Bache anga ma cikin mubin nan, wane ne zai iya ya saya madadin ku ba. Kun yi wahala da ni shekara 12. Na imani ina na fito har inda na kai. Na imani kowa ya san ina Asawase ke kamin zo. Abubuwan da ke gudana Asawase ciwon ido ne ba ciwon ciki ba. Kowa ya gani. Mulki ba kariya bane. ba yi da mutane yaudara ba ne. In batun aiki da menene je ka tambayi MPP 2000 manifestos page 5 sun yi alkawali wo kowa zo sun ba kowa aiki da suka zo ko mutum guda da suka je suka zana su kai wala suka zana sunan su ba sai sun ba ko mutum guda aiki ba. Wayannan kariya da ake yi easy ne mutum kai kariya amma don kana san baka samu mulkin so kana son kai kariya ko kana ko ka ciwo hankali mu gaskiya ne namu gaskiya ne zamu ta yi. We are very grateful for all of you.
We're grateful for your time too. I'd like to say just 10 seconds of that.
Jama'a mutanen kuma shi Asawase dan wanku na Alidu kamar yadda kuka sani. Mun zo mun zauna nan ga muna kasha muka yi domin mu ba kowa ya fahimci gaskiyar da ke ciki. Wani abu ya ce wai ba aiki shi ne samu matasa aiki su yi ba. Wai wannan ba aiki shi bane ni da ikon Allah ko ba ni dama yanzu shugabanci ina ba matasa aiki.
I'm grateful.
Sannan aikin da yake cewa ba neman mutaba MPP. I'm so
grateful for your time this morning. Alhaji Alidu Seidu is the NPP aspirant member of parliament for the Asawase constituency. Then incumbent member of parliament Alhaji Mohammed Mubarak Muntaka is asking for renewal of his mandate. Thanks so much for staying there, and thanks so much, gentlemen, for joining me. Give yourself another handshake as we wrap up and leave the studio. We're watching you because you're showing that unity to our people out there. We're grateful for your time this morning. And of course, my producer said it was too brief. The handshake was too brief, so he wants another handshake because we want to put it on TV. Another handshake, gentlemen. It's a battle of ideas, not one that we're fighting. We're grateful for your time this morning. Plus 275 comes up again on Thursday. We're grateful that you joined us, helping you to make the right choices.